agencies and other ministries, representatives from religious education boards, staff of the Kenya National Examination Council, members of the press present, all invited guests. Good morning once again. It's my pleasure to welcome you all for this official release of the Kcse examination results. Cabinet Secretary, sir, allow me to start by introducing NEC members present here today. This is a very heavy council, and my first and most important member here is none other than my PS, Dr. Kcse. Next member present is Director of KCD, Professor Charles Ongondo. Then I have Director of Quality Assurance and Standards from the Ministry, Madam Evelyn Owoko. I have a representative from National Treasury who is not here now. Who is he? Mr. Peter Njoroge. We also have, in absentia, the Kcse CEO, Dr. Nancy Machari, represented here today. And we also appreciate the presence of Kcse Chairman. Ladies and gentlemen, the Kenya National Examination Council is mandated to conduct school and tertiary assessments and examinations and certify learners on their achievements. The Council is committed to upholding the credibility of national examinations. This is enshrined in our mission statement of quality education assessment and credible certification. I wish to thank the government of Kenya for providing NEC with resources through the Ministry of Education that enable us to successfully administer national examinations. As a council, we have taken up the responsibility of ensuring that these resources are efficiently utilized to deliver credible national examinations. At this juncture, I would also like to express my gratitude to the Cabinet Secretary for Education, Honorable Migos Ogamba, for the leadership he has provided to ensure that our team delivers on NEC mandate. Your continued support, sir, is beneficial to the candidates and the council. Ladies and gentlemen, as has been mentioned by the CEO of NEC, NEC carried out a pilot study of the Kenya Junior School Education Assessment in preparation for its rolling out this year. I take cognizance of the immense support accorded to us by various education agencies during this exercise. And this is important because we're going to do it for the first time. I urge all stakeholders to ensure that all processes related to the inaugural administration of these assessments are carried out smoothly. Ladies and gentlemen, today we present to you the results of the 2024 Kcse candidates. I take this opportunity to appreciate the candidates whose results we are releasing today. Similarly, I thank the center managers, supervisors, and all field officers for their diligent service and for embracing the innovations that were put in place this year and administering the 2024 Kcse examination successfully. I think I need to mention that one of the most significant innovations was that of having examination scripts without names, numbers, or schools. I believe it helped to enhance our integrity. The double pickup of examinations was important to us. We will continue to put in place steps that will further enhance integrity of the exams. And as we appreciate all the center directors, center managers, we also wish to encourage them to be more diligent in ensuring that there is no interference with exams in any manner that would affect integrity of the examinations. So to that extent, I take the opportunity to thank you for presiding over this occasion, Cabinet Secretary. At this juncture, allow me to invite the CEO Teacher Service Commission, who's already done his job. But then I want now to invite the Principal Secretary, State Department of Basic Education, who will then invite all his colleagues at his pleasure. Thank you very much.
Asante sana Chair, Amigos Okamba, Trisinyala Inyangala, of our council, the CEO, our representative for this CEO Teacher Service Commission, Antonina. Good morning. Before I make some remarks and invite the Cabinet Secretary, I would wish to invite my colleague, Dr. Beatrice Nyangala, to make some remarks. Karibu, Beatrice.
Our Cabinet Secretary for Education, Honorable Julius Migos Ogamba, my colleague PS, Dr. Belio Kipsang, the Chairperson of the Kenya National Examination Council, Professor Julius Nyabudi, the Chairperson of the Teacher Service Commission, Dr. Jamlek Mturi, the CEO of NEC, Dr. David Jangere, NEC Council members, senior officers from NEC, the Ministry, and the Teacher Service Commission, members of the Fourth Estate, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is my pleasure to reflect on the significance of this moment, and I invite all of us not just to think about the results, but to think about the skills that collectively our lecturers, our teachers and mentors have helped to mold our students. The communication, the collaboration, critical thinking and creativity, because these are the skills that are going to define who they become in life. And most importantly, it is our responsibility to think about the hidden curriculum, that which is not examined. How are we, as members of the public, affecting our students to mold their character? That said, I'm very excited to welcome the candidates who have managed to sit for these exams to the next level of education, whether they choose to go to the colleges, to the TVETs, or the universities. We are ready and prepared to help them realize their full potential so that they can make a great contribution in shaping our country. I thank you all.
Thank you very much. PS, once again, I would want to take this opportunity to thank all of us, thank God for the successful completion of last year's Kcse examinations administration cycle, as our Cabinet Secretary today releases these results this time in January 2025. I would want to also thank all of us and the patience that we have had in ensuring that our children receive that which they labored for the last 4 years. And again, the calendar of education that has just ended has been quite successful, as the ministry was able to go and deliver upon a number of targets that we set out for ourselves. Notwithstanding that, yes, there were some challenges that we also had to surmount. And some of the deliverables that we were able to declare here were among them the construction of the junior school classrooms. And at this juncture, I want to thank our heads of institution, our head teachers in our junior school for ensuring that the resources that we placed on them, they were able to optimize on it, and that we were able to therefore achieve our objective of ensuring that our children had classrooms. Again, we would want to also mention that we were able to distribute the necessary books, revamping our ICT infrastructure, engaging with our teachers' colleges to ensure that they also have the necessary facilities as they train our future teachers, among a few others. And with regard to the examination and assessment, I would want to mention, as we mentioned last year, that we were able to successfully phase out the KCPE that we did as the last one last year, as we embark ourselves in preparing for the next stage of assessment, which will be Kenya Junior School Assessment. I would also want to affirm that the State Department for Basic Education is committed to delivering in line with global and national goals, that which we have been set out to do. To this end, I will affirm that we have developed the necessary policies, regulations that will guide us into the future as we implement the competence-based education, looking forward to our first cohort joining senior school next year. And also to affirm that now 3 of the levels have attained the full cycles. The PP1, that is the ECD, have already achieved the full cycle in PP1 and PP2. Our primary schools have achieved the full cycle from grade 1 to grade 6. The junior school has now also achieved the full cycle of grade 7, 8, and 9. And therefore, we look forward to the critical step of going to the junior school, to the senior school next year. And with the guidance of the Cabinet Secretary, we shall be ensuring that we put in place all the necessary guidelines and anything that will be needed to ensure the success of moving forward to the next level. And with regard to the Kcse examination, as already mentioned by the CEO and the Chair, we thank all the stakeholders that were able to work with us in ensuring that the exam was successfully implemented. Finally, we would wish to implore on our teachers, our parents and guardians to continue being good role models of the future generation that they are entrusted to take care of. Because as it is said, children learn what they live, and also children live what they learn. Please, as adults, as parents, as teachers, as leaders, let's ensure that we are better role models to our young ones as we go into the future. The youth are a reflection of the society that we live in. We must all therefore put concerted efforts in instilling good morals and discipline in our learners, in our children, to ensure that we have a better future as a country. Ladies and gentlemen, without taking my time, I know Kenyans are waiting anxiously for this result. My humble duty to now invite the Cabinet Secretary to make his remarks and thereafter release the results for the 2024 cohort of Kcse. Karibu sir.
Thank you. Thank you, PS. Please be seated. The Principal Secretary, State Department for Basic Education, Dr. Belio Kipsang. The Principal Secretary, Department of Higher Education and Research, Dr. Beatrice Nyangala. The Chairperson, Professor Julius Nyabundi. Chairperson, Teacher Service Commission, Mr. Jamlek Muturi. The CEO, Kenya National Examination Council, Dr. David Njengere. The NEC Council members present. The senior government officials from the Ministry of Education, Ministry of Interior, and all other government ministries present. Representatives of education-related unions and associations, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. For the first time in more than 30 years, I stand here today to speak about a secondary school subsector which henceforth faces a massive transformation arising from the first implementation of the competency-based education. I say this because the exit of the 2024 Kenya Certificate of Secondary Education examination candidates from our high schools and absence of Form 1 class in 2025 now means that we have a trimmer senior school section of classes ranging from Form 2 to Form 4. In sync with these changes, our first cohort of CBE learners who joined grade 9 this year will be transitioning to grade 10 in 2026, calling for an urgent and formidable measure to ensure our senior schools are ready for the CBC pioneers. With the release of the 2024 Kcse results today, we have started a gradual phase-out of an examination that has been offered for 35 years, with the last one expected to be held in 2027. I therefore wish to immensely thank all our education sector stakeholders who have year after year put their best foot forward to ensure they adequately prepare our Kcse candidates' annual examinations ever so successfully and smoothly. Today, we are releasing the 2024 Kcse examination results for the 962,512 candidates we have cleared to join various higher learning institutions. For in our education space for all our Kcse graduates, irrespective of their grades, in line with our government mantra of leaving no one behind. With immense gratitude, I register my appreciation to His Excellency the President, Dr. William Ruto, for entrusting and fully supporting our team to implement the education sector. Given that the education sector impacts each household at an individual level, I have promised to meticulously lead the sector in the rollout of the reforms proposed under the Presidential Working Party on Education Reform with precision and success. I take this opportunity to players from the Ministry of Education, the Ministry of Interior and National Administration, the Ministry of ICT, the Teacher Service Commission, and all other MDAs, the Teacher Service Commission, and all other MDAs during the administration period of the 2024 Kcse. Further, I wish to thank all center managers, supervisors, and invigilators who participated in the conduct of the Kcse examination, and especially for upholding the integrity of our education system.